Hey everyone! With the buzz around Cities Skylines 2 hitting the airwaves, I thought it's the perfect time to dive into the story of its predecessor and explore how Cities Skylines reshaped the entire city building genre. So buckle up and let's take a trip down memory lane. You might ask, why was Cities Skylines such a game changer? To answer that, we have to understand the landscape of the city building genre back then. In 2013, SimCity was the big player on the block. Maybe you'll remember the late 80s and 90s when SimCity dominated the charts. It's not an exaggeration to say that SimCity laid the foundation for modern city-building games. Flash forward to 2003 and we got SimCity 4, a title many fans consider the crown jewel of the series. But a decade later, in 2013, SimCity 5 landed with a thud. It became one of the most disappointing releases in the series. So, what went wrong in those 10 years? Interestingly, EA had owned the company behind SimCity since 1997. While they didn't interfere much with SimCity 4D, by 2013 they were calling the shots. One of the major disagreements between EA and the developers was the game's direction. EA pushed hard for a multiplayer-focused game, while the devs had their heart set on a solid single-player experience. The result? A single-player game bogged down by forced, lackluster multiplayer elements. But what really got players fuming was the always-online requirement, even for single-player mode. EA's servers couldn't handle the influx of players, making it impossible for many to even play the game they'd purchased. This sparked a massive backlash against EA, probably one of the biggest in gaming history. The impact was clear. SimCity 5 received a dismal user score of 2.2 on Metacritic, a far cry from SimCity 4's 8.6. With such a massive blunder, EA effectively benched the SimCity series. But in every crisis there's an opportunity, and that's where Cities Skylines steps in. Seeing the gap left by SimCity, Cities Skylines promised to be everything SimCity wasn't. And boy did they deliver in March 2015. The game quickly became the gold standard for city-building games. Not only did Cities Skylines ditch the dreaded online requirement, but it also improved upon many old mechanics. It gave players more detailed graphics, moving away from the cartoonish style of SimCity. The game allowed for larger, more complex cities and landscapes. The game's best feature, even today, is its fantastic mod support via Steam Workshop. This feature keeps the game fresh, with new content every day. Add to that numerous DLCs over the years, and it's easy to see why Cities Skylines stands as the most comprehensive city-building game ever. With over 12 million units sold, it's not just the most comprehensive, but also the best-selling game in the genre. But as they say, all good things come to an end. And after a fantastic 8-year run, Cities Skylines is passing the torch to its successor. In just a few weeks, Cities Skylines 2 will launch, already shaping up to be one of the most anticipated strategy games in recent memory. Let's hope Paradox lives up to the hype. Anyways, I'll be diving deep into Cities Skylines 2 once it's out, so make sure to subscribe for tutorials and more content. I appreciate all of you for joining me on this journey through gaming history. See you next time.